When everyone's looking at this video is the word Savior. And inside the word Savior, changing the letters into numbers, clearly you can make out the year 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, 2015, conclusively 2015, year 2015. After adding the word Savior up to its numerical value, which is 105, or 105, which is more than coincidence, because the word Savior, or inside the numerical value for the word Savior, 105 is 1 and a 5 to 15. In one of my earliest previous videos, I showed you that NASA had a runway called 15. Maybe the understanding is because 1 hour on Earth is 15 degrees. It's more than a coincidence that the Savior added up is 15. It's more than a coincidence. Anyway, it also is more coincidence, or no mere coincidence, that 1 hour on Earth is 15 degrees. And clearly, the second half of the year 2015 is 15. And 15 is 1 whole hour on Earth. The Earth has revolved around the sun 15 degrees. And 24 15 degrees is 360 degrees, which gives us 1 day. So it's more than a coincidence that the word Savior shows you the year 2015. Several ways, multiple ways. And plus, in the numerical value for Savior is the 1 and the 5. The end part of the second half of 2015. Which is synonymous or adjacent or the same as 1 hour on Earth is 15 degrees. And clearly inside the word Savior, you can make out the 22, which is all the years that Adam lived. The numerical value is total to 22, which would be 9 plus 3 plus 12 gives you 22. And furthermore, you can easily make out the 255, 255, which is the number for fallen angels. And the number 255 is also, in computing, the highest number for bits that aren't going beyond 255. So it's more than a coincidence too with the 255 being found inside the word Savior, because clearly Jesus, who is a Savior, saves us from the fate of the 255 or the fallen angels. So clearly Jesus coming back this year, 2015, to sentence those fallen angels that was cast out of heaven. It's just the reality that mankind, who is not of God, whose name is not written in the Lamb Book of Life, will share the same fate of the 255. Surely that number is found inside the year 2015. Or in other words, the 2 and the 5 is found inside the year 2015. So that's more than coincidence. Then what I like to bring to your attention is I want to clear this out. Clear this whole calculation out. And what I want to show you is, as I'm gonna clear that up because I have the zero in the front. As I am adding the word Savior, I'm going to show you a great understanding. 19 plus 1 is 20. Clearly, all the years it's been since Jesus was crucified, 1,982 years. Adding that up gives you the number 20. I showed it in one of my earlier videos. So then you have the 20. S is 19, A is 1, V is 22, right? So as I'm adding it up, the word Savior, see the 22 associated with Adam. Also, as I showed in one of my earlier videos, Daniel chapter 12, verse 12. Daniel chapter 12, verse 12. Or the 222. In Hebrew gematria, the 222. Or in numerology, they also understand the 222. Or Jewish gematria, rabbis, they understand what the 222 stands for and what it represents. And you can clearly see the 222 as you adding up the word Savior. So I'm at the other two, and then we get to 42. 42 is associated to all the generations it was from Jesus to Abraham was 42 generations. More the coincidence as you add up the word Savior, who is connected to the Messiah, who was Jesus, you come up with the number 42. The number 42 is also the word sin and also Satan. As I showed you a calculation when I added up the word Satan, you clearly make out the 42 as well. So 42 is a Phoenix number, 2, 3, and 7. And it was 42 generations from Abraham to Jesus. So the Messiah, the Savior. And so this is the understanding as well. That Jesus came to save his people from their sin. And if you would take S is 19, I is 9, and N is 14, see? S is 19, I is 9, and N is 14. If you add that up, you get 42. It's right there. S is 19, I is 9, and the letter N is 14. And if you add them, these letters up, this pyramid, you get 42, found inside the word Savior. And truly, Jesus has saved us from the penalty of Satan and the fallen angels, and releases us from the debt that sin has to pay. Satan has to pay for eternity in a lake of fire for trying to overthrow God in heaven before man was placed on earth. So then we have 19 plus 1 plus 22. Still doing the word Savior. S is 19, A is 1, V is 22, and then I is 9. And then see here you have the 2 and the 5. Starting to see the year 2015 unfolding. But clearly you can see the 52, or the 52 weeks in a year. So it's because of the Savior, because of redemption, salvation, saving mankind from the fate of the 255, that you find the 52 weeks in a year. Also, that number is associated with 52 bones that comprise both of the feet. If you added both of the bones and both feet, it would be 26 plus 26 would give you 52. Synonymous to the 52 weeks in a year. Also, the 12 months in a year. And the 22 is also associated to the 22 bones that's in our skull. No wonder they say when Jesus was crucified, it was the place of the skull. You see the hill of Golgotha, the place of the skull. You see the 22 right there associated with Adam. All the years Adam lived, 22. 930 added up is 22. And then you know there's 22 bones in the skull. And then that's the understanding with that. And then the 111 is connected to 2015, associated to 2015. Because if you take 2015 and you add it by its numerical value, which is 18, you come back with the numbers 111. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, found inside the word Savior. So we have the S is 19, A is 1, V is 22, I is 9, right? SAVIO. Then you have the 1. Here's a 52. The 1 and the 15. So you have the 52. So that's done. I explained the understanding to you. So you have the 52 right there. Then you have the 5, the 66. See? Now look at this. You see the 66 when you're adding up the word Savior. Jesus is the 26. Jesus is God. G is 7. O is 15. D is 4. Adding that up gives you 26. Inside the name Savior, adding up the word Savior, you clearly make out the 26. Jesus is God. God is the Savior. And you can make out the 66 and the 5. The North Pole. Here goes the 15. So now we have the O. Now we have the U2. There goes the 68, or the 86 to be 86th. Clearly, Jesus, God, is going to 86 the fallen angels from the earth this year, 2015, as he 86 them from heaven. That's what understand the 86 comes from. Okay. Now, also 86 is a numerical value. So you have S is 19, A is 1, V is 22, I is 9, right? O is 15, U is 21. Then we have 87, 178, is it? Everyone, that all the years Isaac lived, 178 years, or is it 187 years? Found inside the word Savior. Clearly, also 175 years. Found inside the word Savior. And that has a great understanding, because Jesus is the sacrifice, the lamb, in the place of Isaac. S is 19, A is 1, V is 22, I is 9, O is 15, U is 21, and then R is 18. And you can see the 88 associated to Jesus as I add the 1. And then the letter R is 18. So you see the 888. Jesus is the Savior. 888. I have to add that 8. See? And then the other 8s disappear. But I made a mistake here. So I have to go back. And undo that 5. Excuse me, and change that 5 into that 8 that I mentioned. My apologies, everyone. So now we have the 105. The number I first showed you in the video. And then you have the year 2015. So all this understanding, the 255, you see it, the 255. Jesus, the Savior, who was God, saves us from the fate of the 255. Jesus, the Savior, who is God, saves us from the fate of the 255, or the fallen angels. And he does that proving that in the year 2015 on the day of judgment, when he would take the fallen angels to 255 in the year 2015 and cast them into the lake of fire. God bless. God bless and God bless.